All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the JPNA neighborhood meeting. I apologize for any confusion. We are meeting via Zoom and we are streaming Facebook Live. So I want to thank everyone who is joining us tonight. And we will also be sending out a YouTube link of this video via an email blast to include any questions or comments that we do not get to this evening. And with that being said, it is 7:03, so I will call the meeting to order. And sticking to our agenda, I would like to introduce the board. So anyone of the board members, if you are on, please remember to unmute your microphone and say hello to everyone. And I will go down the list. We have Deidre. She is probably...
Hello. Hey guys. Sorry, I am in the background. I'm making sure that you guys can see us.
And I want to thank you for that. Thank you for all your hard work and working with us to be able to make this possible. I know it's been an interesting time. We weren't really comfortable meeting in person. We didn't want to put anybody out there that might be at risk. So we're just still trying to maintain our quarterly neighborhood meetings for you guys and give you some information. But again, please sign up for our email blast. If you go onto the Jefferson Park Neighborhood Association website, there is a link. You sign up for the email blast. I tend to send out emails 2 to 3 times a month, depending on what's going on. And that really does include most of the information that we have. And of course, you can always reach me at jpnapresident@gmail.com if you need anything. So Deidre, thank you for all your hard work getting this to happen. And then I will go down the list here, and we have Carrie, our secretary.
Hi everybody, I'm Carrie Ziegler, I'm the secretary.
Thank you, Carrie. And then right below Carrie here is Vincent.
Hi neighbors, happy Pride Month. Looking forward to being able to get together with everybody again once everything has settled down.
Thank you, Vincent. And Chrissy.
Hi everyone, I'm Chrissy Hudson and board member, no title, just happy to be part of the board.
You have a big title, Chrissy.
Reggie's wife.
Thank you, Chrissy. And Miss Laura.
Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Reed, and I'm happy to be here as well.
Thank you. And Miss Dominique, are you on?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's safe and doing well.
Thank you. And then Gabrielle.
Hey everyone, I'm Gabrielle McHale. I am your treasurer.
Thank you. And then it looks like we're just missing Amy Anderson, who is our hospitality board member, and Renee Smiley, who were unable to make it here this evening. But I want to take a moment and just thank everyone on the board. I know, again, we've been meeting at least monthly. We've been talking. We've been trying to do everything that we possibly can to stay involved and try to help you out in any way. So we are all here and we're still working hard. And I appreciate everyone putting in their time. This is a volunteer position. So I appreciate everyone. Thank you. All right, and then I just want to welcome all the new neighbors. And if you are a new neighbor and new to the neighborhood, please email Jefferson. It's called jpnahospitality@gmail.com. And that way we will know that you're new to the neighborhood and we will send you out a welcome basket with a lot of cool things from local restaurants and information about the neighborhood. And of course, again, I can't say this enough. Please sign up for our email blast, which is, you can find that at the Jefferson Park Neighborhood Association. If you just Google that, it's our website, and you can sign up for our email blast, and I send out a lot of information on that. So how this meeting will work, again, I don't know if everybody heard me. I do want to apologize for any inconvenience. I was a little confused because I was saying we're meeting via Zoom because our board and your guest speakers are here via Zoom. And then we are streaming this meeting via Facebook Live. So I know a lot of people have reached out and said that they didn't have Facebook. So I wanted to make sure that we do get everyone's involvement. So what I'm going to do is send a link to the YouTube video. So this video will be recorded or is being recorded. And I will send a link to this meeting via the email blast. So it's very important for everyone. If you know anybody who's not on the email blast, get them to sign up for that. And we'll send that out. And then I will be looking for any comments that come in, any questions. That way, if we don't address it here tonight live, I'll make sure that we do address any and all questions or comments. And of course, you can reach out to any of your board members or to myself at jpnapresident@gmail.com. So with that being said, I do want to say that this neighborhood is an amazing neighborhood, and I have the pleasure of serving as your president. And I have lived here for 4 years, and I absolutely love everything about it. So I just want to take a moment and thank each of you for your leadership. Each day I've personally witnessed compassion, support, and genuine love for one another. Jefferson Park is an amazing neighborhood that has proven to come together in equality, impartiality, and parity. As a neighborhood, we act together, we play together, we eat together, we party together, and we live together in the greatest community that I have ever seen. So I want to thank you for being the most passionate, strong, and amazing neighbors. Continue to lead, continue to love, continue to support one another. And we are all in this together, and your leadership shows. So on behalf of the JPNA board, we're here to help in any way. And we, again, thank you for your leadership. Now I will turn over I'll turn over the stage, so to speak, right, to Gabrielle. If you would give us a quick rundown of the treasurer's report.
Hi, yes. Okay, so we're doing really well. We got our deposit from the chili cook-off. The total that we have in our checking account is $5,215.03. And we have $154.05 in our savings account, which is actually designated to our Lottie Maynard Fund. So that is what's going on. And that's including, we paid our PO box for the year. I went ahead and paid for it for the whole year. And so, yeah, everything's looking pretty great. Thanks for all of your donations. Thank you for everyone who bought flags. We really appreciate you.
We do. Thank you very much, Gabrielle. And with that being said, I want to thank everyone for supporting the first annual chili cook-off extravaganza fundraiser, because we did get a lot of money from that. And it was actually the one and only event we've been able to have since I became your president, but it was a lot of fun. We had it in January, and we really never had an opportunity to acknowledge the winners. So I do want to take a minute and congratulate our first place winner. It was Reggie Hudson with Kiss My Brisket. He won our first place. Second place was Sheila Merritt with Smack Anyone But My Mama. And third place was Tara Ingram with Cumin Get It. So it was really fun. We plan on doing that again next year in January. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. I know there are a couple things that we have had to cancel in, for example, the yard sale and our block party. We are planning on rescheduling the yard sale for September, and it will be the weekend before the bulk pickup for fall. And I believe that is September 18th, if I'm not mistaken. 17th, excuse me. Oops, nope, it is 18th. September 19th. There you go. So that will be the weekend before the fall pickup, and we will, as long as everything goes smoothly and we can have the yard sale, we'll be planning on doing that. And we'll get back with you if we do just what that's going to look like. So any feedback, any ideas that you all have. And then with that being said, I'm looking at Captain Glover here, and it looks like he is in a bad spot for connections. So I'm going to hopefully see if someone can reach out. Maybe Carrie, can you reach out to Alan? He just sent me a message and was asking if the meeting was still going on. So we can try to see if we can invite him in. And if not, again, I will be sending the link of this video that is recorded with the YouTube link, and I'll be answering any comments or questions that come about that we don't handle that. So in any, if Alan Glover doesn't make it on, and the fire department doesn't make it, I'll make sure that I reach out to them and maybe get a little snippet of information from them that they would like to share with the neighborhood, so that you do get that information coming from them. And then as far as our traffic calming updates, I'm going to give a little time for Council Member Thomas Callaway to jump on. He is currently also on a budget committee. So he did let me know that he was going to be running a little bit late. But with that said, we do have a guest speaker by the name of Kirsten Cook, who is with Just Growth Portfolio, or she is the Just Growth Portfolio Manager for the Partnership for Southern Equality. And if everybody got the email, I did attach a flyer, and that is also on your agenda. So I will turn it over to Miss Kristen so she can give you an update from the Partnership for Southern Equality.
Hello, I am Kirsten Cook, and I want to thank Barbara and all the board members for giving me a moment to share with all of you. I do want to say in advance that I apologize for any background noise. I am in the quietest spot I could find in the house, but you might hear some stuff in the background. So yes, I'm with the Partnership for Southern Equity, and our mission is to advance policies and institutional actions that promote racial equity and shared prosperity for all in the growth of metropolitan Atlanta and the American South. Going to first provide a little bit of context and history, and then also just share with you why I am talking and how it relates to East Point. So back in late 2018, the National League of Cities recruited the city of East Point, among 11 other cities, to take part in the Cities of Opportunity initiative. And this participation led to the passing of a February 2019 Cities of Opportunity resolution, where the city of East Point declared support to identify, design, and champion strategies to embed social justice and equity throughout the city of East Point's programs, policies, and practices. And then in 2020, beginning of this year, East Point leadership contracted with the Partnership for Southern Equity, we're also known as PSE, in a 1.5 year long process to engage in community engagement and policy research. And then it would conclude in the development of an equitable growth and inclusion strategic plan. So I just want to emphasize that East Point is taking a really bold and relatively innovative step in creating a plan of this type, which as of yet, only much larger cities across the nation have done. And we don't know of any in Georgia so far. We've seen a few similar type plans in DeKalb County. Decatur has done an equitable housing plan, but that's much more after the fact of seeing gentrification and displacement, and this is very proactive. And it really reflects the bold vision and equity commitment of Mayor Ingram, city council members, and senior city staff. So I just want to commend you for living in a city that is really bold and looking at an equity vision. So throughout the spring of this year, PSC conducted an extensive review and analysis of East Point's current baseline in terms of equitable policies and practices. So this included interviews with directors and staff from several different city departments. We also had conversations with local stakeholders. Unfortunately, we didn't have as many as we had hoped to have, just because of social distancing and meetings like this not being able to take place for a while. And then we also reviewed dozens of plans, policies, reports, and other documents. And so now the PSC team is conducting comprehensive research to learn from you and other residents in East Point. Some of the questions we're looking to ask are, what are the special things about East Point that you want to preserve? What are the barriers to your family thriving here? How are city policies creating barriers or opening doors to those opportunities? We want to really understand your lived experience, and that is core to the plan that we will be creating. And because your voices will help shape the identification of equity solutions for East Point, our recommendations will come from your feedback, as well as that of other neighborhood associations and residents across the city, and our research. So the types of policies you can expect to see included in this plan that will be developed by the end of, the end of next fiscal year, which is actually June 2021. That'll include clear and enforceable requirements for community benefits from private development projects in the city, decision-making on city investments and services that intentionally considers ways to improve conditions in communities that are most burdened by environmental hazards in the past, increased requirements for city purchasing that creates opportunity for East Point residents and businesses, and new partnerships with the city to focus on improving the health of East Point residents. And like I mentioned, because of COVID and social distancing, our plan for thorough community engagement has had to shift significantly, which is very unfortunate, but this really is the most crucial piece in our process. And so there are a lot of ways to get involved. And I don't know if the agenda is shared with everyone who's watching this on Facebook Live, but Barbara included an attachment to a flyer that is on the East Point website. And I can also share that again if needed. And you'll see on the bottom of the second page there, there are a lot of ways to provide your feedback, although it says that we will be sharing a survey link widely in May. That has not happened yet. We are just about to release it. And we would love to have your feedback from that. And we'll make sure that the Jefferson Park Neighborhood Association receives that, as well as all of the neighborhood associations across the city. And this email address, eastpointequity@psequity.org, is provided on this flyer. Feel free to reach out to us if you did not receive the survey for some reason. And then a really big way to be involved, and if this is something that really appeals to you, we would love to have residents participate in the East Point Equity Leaders Academy. And this is going to be a several months long process of, sorry, I'm just trying to pull this up again, of really growing in leadership development skills and civic engagement, and then also helping us to ground truth and vet some of the initial baseline findings and policies that we have been looking at. We know that East Point residents are the experts on all of these things. We are not. And so we really want to connect with residents on what you feel should be enacted across the city. You can sign up to be on our mailing list to stay connected not only with what we're doing in East Point, but also what Partnership for Southern Equity is doing in Atlanta and across the metro region. And then you can just email me. Again, that email address will eventually get to my inbox. If you have any comments throughout the whole process, if you would like to meet with us, we would be happy to do so. If you want to invite us to a smaller organization or neighborhood group meeting that you feel that would be good for us to be a part of, especially if we can do that virtually right now, because we had planned on doing a lot of those types of things in person, but we'll have to put that off for a while. So yeah, please check out the flyer, and I can provide my personal email address as well. And I don't know if there's a way for participants to ask any questions if there's a comment feed on Facebook Live or anything, but
yeah, Kirsten, I actually have a question from one of our viewers on Facebook, Alex Lima. He was asking if you could explain the difference between equity and equality.
Hey, Alex. Alex went through the Transformation Academy, and was a star student. So equality is providing people with the exact same thing across the board, whereas equity is recognizing what the specific need is, and meeting people where they are at. And we give the example of shoe size. So if, I hate to call people out on their shoe size, but let's say that there's a room and there's a man who is a size 12 shoe, and then there's a young child who is a size 4. Equality would be providing a size 4 shoe for both of the people in that room as well as everyone else. That wouldn't meet the needs of the man who has the size 12 shoe. So equity is recognizing that he has a need for a size 12 and the child has a need for a size 4 shoe. And the way that we apply that, for instance, right now, you can see this movement across the country recognizing that systemic injustices are taking place. And the difference between equality and equity is history. And we know that historically, people of color and Black communities have faced injustices. And so equity is recognizing that our policies need to meet people where they're at and recognize that it's not giving an extra handout to anyone, it's righting the wrongs of the past.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any more questions that they're seeing on the comment page? All right. Well, Kristen, thank you so very much for being here. I will be reaching out to you personally, and I'll get some of those, you know, whether it's the survey, if I can send that out to the neighborhood. And again, we'll send out the flyer and any other information that we can get out there to help you. We very much understand the limited access with everything right now. So thank you for taking the time and being here with us and filling us in. And again, I'll be reaching out to you and we'll send that. I'll be sending out more further information for everybody watching live. I'll send that out via the email blast and get that to you. So thank you again. I appreciate it.
I appreciate being here.
All right, and it looks like Captain Glover has come on, so let's see if he can unmute and give us an update from the police department.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just finished some baseball practice, and of all the places in Coweta County, there's no cell signal at our ball field. But we're good now. I'm riding in the passenger seat, so I'm not texting and driving, so that everybody knows. We've got a lot going on at the police department. We're actively hiring. Anybody wants to put in an application, let me know. You can send me a personal message. You know, we had an incident up at the Main Street footbridge just the other day. We just got the footbridge cameras in, and actually one of our captains was monitoring the footbridge when they saw this incident happen, and then they went and took care of the problem. But again, we do have our footbridge cameras up now. City Council last night voted for our 18 license plate reader cameras. We're really excited about that. Plus, we got 10 more license plate reader cameras installed, and they are working now around the Camp Creek and the Marketplace area where we've had some theft problems in the past, Racetrack, Marketplace, Center Parkway, and all of those areas over there. So when a stolen car or somebody with a protection order or somebody that may be wanted that's attached to that vehicle passes by those license plate readers, it'll send us a text message. And of course, we'll head right over there and handle it. So we've got that working. The shot spotter, from what I understand, the utility department is working on those, which if there's a gunshot anywhere in the area where we have the shot spotter, it'll put a dot on the map and show us exactly where the shots were fired from. It'll tell us whether it's fireworks. It'll tell us whether it is a gunshot and where it happened. So that'll help us with our investigations, especially the holiday times. But with that, we just ordered more body cams. All of our patrol officers, including sergeants and some lieutenants, have body cameras, and we have more ordered. We've got videos in the car and GPS in the car. So Chief's doing a lot right now to move us forward. And you know, if anybody has any questions, I'm welcome to take. I'll be glad to take those.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to ask the board if anybody has sees any questions or anything from the stream.
And also keep in mind, you're welcome to PM me. I know some people do sometimes on Facebook, and I'll respond pretty quickly.
And you do, and we appreciate that. I know I've done that a few
Okay.
times too, so thank you.
Not a problem.
All right, well, unless somebody says there's a question for you, then I just want to thank you for taking the time, and I hope your baseball game went well. Softball.
Yeah,
I do have I do have another question from the Facebook Live feed.
Thank you.
And this also comes from Alex Lima. He's asking, how is East Point Police Department preparing for the current situation?
That's actually a really good question. We actually we were monitoring something yesterday, one of the Twitter feeds. Of course, I got on and asked where y'all were getting your information from because someone had posted, and it turned out to be the same information. So what we did is we went to the Walmart area. We went to all the businesses in the Walmart area and just told them what was planned. Come to find out, it was actually the McDonald's at Cleveland and Old Hateville, even though somebody had actually posted Cleveland and Sylvan. So what the protesters did, well, what we did to prepare for it, we had everybody from admin to detective to special ops to our reserve unit. Anybody and everybody was called in. The day shift was held over. Evening watch handled calls. Our morning watch, some of the officers came in for us. So we had every base from Cleveland Avenue all the way up to the hospital covered. The protesters actually left. It was a very peaceful protest. It was, you know, everybody did what they blocked streets, but of course, you know, not that big a deal. We let them do what they wanted to do. And then they came all the way up to Metropolitan in Cleveland, and then they turned around and then they went back into Atlanta. So we didn't leave till about 8:30 last night, but what we are doing is I'm kind of the technological guy in the department. So I monitor all the Facebook feeds. I monitor all the Instagram, the Twitters. I do daily searches, hourly searches I search East Point protest. If y'all have any information that maybe I don't get or something that I may miss, you know, you're welcome to send me that, because what we do is we have all hands on deck right now, and anybody and everybody is subject to being called in on your off days, even if you're on holidays. Our number one goal is to protect the citizens and the property of East Point. So in the marketplace, actually, when this first happened and it was going on that first weekend, we all came in. We were all in the marketplace area. We were all in the Walmart area. We had friends from Fulton County, the Marshalls, Hateville, College Park, all of them. Everybody's on call to help us. So we feel like we're really prepared. Within the last year or two, the chief has bought plenty of riot gear if needed. We haven't even pulled it out. Hadn't even thought about it. The only time we would do that is if we start getting stuff thrown at us, which luckily we haven't had yet. All of our protests has been peaceful. Everybody's been very cordial, and we want to keep it that way. And the chief's, you know, that's his number one thing right now. Make sure they're all peaceful, but make sure they get to do their protest.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Vincent, do you have any other questions that have come through?
Not seeing anything else right now.
All right, wonderful. Well, as always, again, sir, thank you for your update. We appreciate everything you do for us and always being here for us. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. Thank you.
Right. Bye-bye.
Drive safe. Drive safe.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. Let's see. Moving on with the agenda here, we do have T-shirts that are available. So I know, again, I keep bringing up the email blast, but I have sent out the design for the new Jefferson Park t-shirt and the order form. And it looks like the last time I checked, we had 37 orders already in. So that is wonderful news. It shows a great interest. And I just want to congratulate Andrea Town for submitting that winning design. And once we get a high enough volume for the t-shirt orders, I will go ahead and place those orders. We do have the option for just the regular t-shirts, or we have the women's cut t-shirt. If you could just fill out that order form and just put anything in the comments, and I'll make sure that I accommodate you in any way I can. One comment that did come through from the neighborhood was asking specifically, where did the significance of the slogan and the unicorn come from, and if there was a historical, cultural or inspirational connection. And I responded and said, that is a great question. So if anyone knows where the unicorn or any of the types from the design, or any of our little quirks that we have with Jefferson Park, including the dogwood tree, if anybody has any of that information of that historical significance, if you could reach out to me and let me know. Not only do I want to answer the question from the neighbor, but I'm actually interested myself. And again, I apologize, I should probably know that, but I've really only lived here for 4 years, and it just kind of came with the neighborhood. So I would love to learn a little bit more about that. But again, thank you for everyone that submitted a t-shirt design. They were really, really awesome. And congratulations to AT for winning that.
Hey, Barbara, I have a quick question from Facebook.
Okay.
And it's from Holly Roseberry, and she's just asking, shirts are available in women's fit, just confirming.
Yes. Okay. The answer is yes. All right.
Barbara?
Yes.
Somebody else is asking what the minimum order requirement is.
I want to get close to 50 t-shirts before we actually place the order, but that doesn't mean that we won't continue to, or we can do multiple orders, but I know the more you order at once, the cheaper it is. So I would like to get a minimum of 50 shirts. So we're almost there. And sorry, my battery is running out. So let's see here. We're almost done. I got 14 minutes, everyone, 14 minutes, it says, before my computer dies. So yes, we do have women's cut. We do have, in the brand that we got, the style of the t-shirt we got is supposed to be the most comfortable. So, but of course, put anything in that order form in the comment section. I will make sure that I look into that. And as soon as we get a minimum of 50 t-shirts, we'll get that order in and we'll have those delivered. And then you can pay via PayPal, check, cash. Gabrielle, was there another one? It was check, cash, PayPal.
Yeah, if we wanted to do Square, but I think honestly, I think PayPal, check, and cash would be easiest. If somebody has a problem with any of those, we'll figure out a way to get money from you.
Okay.
So,
Right.
you know, just let us know.
And then, so yeah, just order your shirt. And then once we deliver it to you, then we will be able to get the money from you then. And they will be $25 a piece. So that, we're excited about that. And we hope that everybody gets their t-shirt. And then last but not least, if you're interested in running for the board, the vice president position is open. So if you would let me know, our beloved Tony Gowell, who was the mastermind behind the chili cook-off extravaganza fundraiser and worked really, really hard on that great successful fundraiser back in January, has other obligations during the end of the year. So he's probably we're gonna need to replace him for for next year, and that election will be in November. So if you're interested in running for the board, and of course, if you're interested for running for any position for the board, again, this is all volunteer. The more people we have on the board, the less work it is for the people that are on the board. So we're welcome if you have any suggestions, questions, anything that you want to put forth, we're here for you. And if you want to join the board, let us know. We can always have a special election too. But most importantly, I really want to take a moment and thank Tony Gal, and for all his hard work, and he will be missed greatly. And hopefully we can talk him into coming back for just one little month to help us out next January, so we can have the second annual chili cook-off extravaganza, because that was really fun. And then I guess the last thing I have is the next meeting announcement is set for September 15th. I do not know if we're going to do it this way or if we're going to have a different platform. We might have a different Zoom account to where we can actually have the neighborhood log into Zoom. We will look into that. What we're just trying to play it by ear and see what the best thing that we can do. Again, the yard sale is also looking to be rescheduled September 19th. And the next meeting will be September 15th. So pencil that in on your calendar, and we will send out information as soon as we know how that meeting will take place. And then finally, I do have one more comment from Robbie Jackson, who is at the Jefferson Avenue Baptist Church, who's always been very wonderful to host our meetings when we do have them in person. And he wants everyone just to know that he is, they have begun in the building worship on Sunday mornings at 10:30, along with a live feed on Jefferson Avenue Baptist Church Facebook page. And he would love for you guys to join him, and looking forward to the September meeting. And he's hoping that we will be in the building again. So with that being said, unless anyone has any further questions, is there any live comments that have come through? I'll give everyone a minute. Oh, yes. Don't let me forget traffic calming updates. Thank you to whoever just sent that in. Real quick, since Council Member Thomas Callaway was supposed to give that update, and I was hoping he would jump on before we ended, but he would love to be here, but he is part of the Budget Committee. So I know with everything going on, he has a lot to do. So I appreciate him just being willing to join us. What I can tell you about traffic calming, and let me tell you, I will get with Councilmember Callaway and make sure that I get something together to give you a more in-depth update on it via the email blast with the YouTube video from this meeting. But I have attended a number of the City of East Point council meetings, and they've been doing those via live, their City of East Point Facebook page. So I've been joining that. And long story short, the traffic calming policy is being updated because there were a few neighborhoods that ended up getting speed tables and that didn't, I think they went through the policy, but for some reason they were resurfacing the streets. So then therefore they got the speed tables before other neighborhoods that had actually submitted the petitions and went through the policy. So they are getting those. And so what the city council is doing is they're actually looking at a policy revision. So that means we will be revisiting exactly what we have been doing with our traffic calming, and we will hopefully get some changes on that as far as some movement forward with our traffic calming. So I know that's kind of a a brief overview of that. I was really hoping Councilmember Callaway would have been here to give you a little bit better information, but that's what I know. I know that there's good movement. I'm really excited about it. I think we're actually going to be able to have some options. It doesn't always have to be speed tables. It can be different kinds of traffic calming, such as the bump outs on the curb, lines, parking lines, road narrowing, crosswalks, et cetera, et cetera. So I will make sure that I get with Councilmember Callaway, and he really is advocating for Jefferson Park. He said our name numerous times during the meetings, and as soon as we get that new policy, we'll see how that affects us, and then I will send something out to you guys, and I'll definitely be keeping you informed. So last but not least, don't forget to sign up for that email blast, because so much information comes out from your board through that. And it's the easiest way that I can think of without we try to put it on Facebook, of course, but not everybody has Facebook. So that's the best way for your board to communicate with you. And you can find that under the Jefferson Park Neighborhood Association webpage, and it'll say sign up for our email blast. And so if you click that, enter your name, your email address, and then you will be able to get that information.
We do have we do have another comment on our Facebook feed.
Yes.
Just a reminder, this also from Alex Lima, just a reminder to complete your census if you have not done so.
Of course, yes, thank you, Alex. Yes, please don't forget to count the point. So I know I had sent a couple of those things out, and I appreciate him always being willing to share that information so that I can get that out to the neighborhood. That's been coming out via the email blast also, and on Facebook. So yes, if you have not filled out your census, please do so.
Hey, Barbara.
Yes, ma'am.
We have another question from Facebook Live. This is
Okay.
from Joshua. He's asking, where can we find information about the functional roles of each board position?
The functional rules for each board position for JPNA?
Yes.
Those would be under our bylaws, I would assume, on our Jefferson Park Neighborhood Association website. There is a link to the bylaws. And if there is not, I'd be happy to share those bylaws with anybody that needs them. If he just wants to email me, he or she wants to email me at jpnapresident@gmail.com, I'll send him a copy.
All right, thank you. And then one more question from Holly Roseberry. Does
Okay.
it sound like we will have to do the petition signing again for the speed table?
I don't believe so. It doesn't sound like it. Now, don't quote me, because they're still revising the policy, and I don't know what the traffic calming policy is going to look like when it's finalized. But once that new policy comes out, then we will make sure that we take any and all measures that you guys want us to take as your JPNA board in order to get whatever traffic calming that you feel like you need as a neighborhood.
Barbara, can you just give the email address one more time for the hospitality for the new neighbors, just in case they missed that at the beginning? I just want to make sure that any new neighbors can send an email.
Yes, so thank you. It's jpnahospitality@gmail.com. And that is for any new neighbors, and that will allow us, make sure you give us your name and your address, and then that will give us the heads up that you're new in the neighborhood, and we will give you a welcome basket that includes a lot of local restaurants and a lot of local information, not only about the neighborhood and the neighborhood association, but East Point in general. Thank you, Gabrielle. Y'all see I had to move. My battery was dying. All right, any of the other board members have anything that I might have missed? Any comments coming through chats? I'll give it just a second, and then if we don't get anything.
You know what? One more thing. Just a reminder, we're almost out of flags. So at this point, I think it would be helpful if anybody is interested in a flag and has not ordered one yet to let us know so we can kind of get an idea of how many we should order. If anybody is interested in a flag, just to kind of get some feedback from the neighborhood, that would be helpful, I think.
Thank you. Yeah, because we thought we had about 10 flags left, and then we ended up selling a whole bunch. And so we only had one the last time I heard. So we're happy to purchase some more if anybody's interested. So reach out to myself or any of us on the board and let us know if you would like a Jefferson Park flag, and we'd be happy to order them for you guys. Thank you, Gabrielle. I'm glad you reminded me of that.
So I had one thing. So hey guys, I'm Deidre. I'm doing the social media, and I just wanted to clarify, we're still trying to work out the kinks and everything. And we're hoping that moving forward, we'll be able to not only be broadcasting or streaming live through Facebook, but also to YouTube. The YouTube was a little more extra to set up, not complicated, but just a little more extra. So unfortunately, we didn't have that going tonight, but moving forward, my goal is to have, to be able to, for us to be communicating across all social media platforms. So you can actually currently join us on Instagram at JPNAEP. Again, that's at JPNAEP, or just search Jefferson Park in Atlanta, Georgia. You should see the logo. And also we're on Twitter. So I'll also repost those links, but I think they're visible on the Facebook page as well. But if there's anybody that's not on social media, again, we are in the process of also setting up YouTube. So that way you can, at any point, anytime that we have meetings or need other information, you should be able to access that, again, through our website, of course, and as well through the YouTube channel.
Thank you, Deidre. And just to be clear, we will have the YouTube link. We're just not YouTube live right now. Okay, thank you.
Correct.
And then I will make sure that I put those links to all of our social media, because we really are trying to communicate more. Historically, it's just been Facebook was the main thing, and then of course the in-person neighborhood meeting. So we want to try to get the word out to everybody, not just people on Facebook and not just Instagram, not just YouTube. So we will definitely post those addresses in the email blast, along with all the other information that we've had tonight. So thank you, Deidre. We appreciate all your hard work, and I appreciate kind of working through all this. We're all kind of new at this. So I thank the neighbors and the neighborhood, especially for being patient with us, but allowing us the opportunity to meet with you tonight via Facebook Live and the YouTube link. And then please join us on all the other social media platforms. And of course, as always, don't forget to join the email blast. Okay, and is anybody, one last time, last call. And if I don't get anything, I will call this meeting adjourned. And you all have a wonderful evening and a safe night, and we will see you at the next neighborhood meeting. I'm just not sure what platform that will be on, but I look forward to reaching out to you guys again after I send this email out, and let me know if you guys have any questions. And of course, you can reach me directly or anyone on the board. So thank you very much.